depth that we are diving today, we equalize and we have the same pressure inside our body with the same pressure that we have outside made by the ocean. Okay? How do we do that? Our lungs is the easiest one to equalize. We just need to breathe, that's it. As long as you breathe underwater, in and out, through your mouth, forget you have a nose today, you are not going to be able to use your nose. Nose is inside the mask. We inhale through our mouth and exhale through our mouth, okay? As long as you keep breathing, that's it. That's how you equalize your lungs. Most important rule of scuba diving is that you should never hold your breath, okay? I am not saying that if you hold your breath for 1 or 2 seconds, you will end up in the hospital or something happens. It's not the way it works. But for you to understand why we should never hold our breath, if we are diving at 8 meters, for example, and I inhale, now I have this amount of air inside my lungs. If I decide to hold my breath and I ascend to a 5 meters or 4 meters where the pressure is less because I have less water on top of me, the same quantity of air will start to expand. The problem is that our lungs don't expand. Make sense?
Makes sense.
On the other hand, if you do hold your breath for 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds, but if you stay at the same depth where there is no change of pressure, nothing happens. Everything stays in the same place. Okay? That's why, as a general rule, we just say, never hold your breath. That's it. Don't think about holding your breath. All right? That's how we equalize your lungs. So the lungs are clear. Now we need to do something in order to equalize our ears, or to make sure that the pressure inside this channel and here on our sinus is the same as the pressure outside. And we need to do that quite a few times in the water, which is something that you might have done before when you are, I believe all of you had to fly to come here to Indonesia. Yeah. When you take off with an aircraft, everyone is cool, fine. But some people feel a little bit uncomfortable when they start to land. Why does that happen? Again, there is an increase of pressure around us. As we go in the aircraft up here and we start to land, we will have more and more air on top of us. In this case, not water, air. Air also has some weight. It's very light, but it has some weight. So as we start to land, we have more and more air on top of us that in our lungs we don't feel because we just breathe, but we start feeling something on our ears sometimes. So what most of the people do is they will go ahead, they pinch their nose closed, and they blow against the nose, and that will pop the ears. Okay? That's everything you have to do underwater. It's called Valsalva maneuver. Okay? You just pinch your nose, then you feel a little bit of pressure, it will pop your ears, and then you are comfortable. But let's say you did that at 2 meters. You are comfortable at 2 meters. If you continue to go down to 4 meters, you have more water on top of you, pressure will increase again, you have to do it again. We reach 10 meters, you do the next 10 minutes at 10 meters, for example, there is no change in pressure, you are comfortable, and then we see a really cool turtle at 7 meters. So we ascend a little bit to check the turtle, but then once we go down again to 10 meters, again, more water on top of us again, pressure will build up again. So there is something that you need to be aware throughout the entire dive. It's not something that you do 1 or 2 times in the beginning and it goes away. Right? Remember, it only happens when the pressure increases. As you start to go up, the same as when you start to take off with an aircraft, your ears won't have any pressure. They will pop by themselves and you won't feel any pressure, you don't have to do anything. Only when you start to go down. Okay? Any question? So I want everyone now to close their noses, pinch their noses, and exhale through the nose and tell me if you feel a pop in your ears. Yeah? Did you feel it? Yeah? Anyone here didn't feel the pop?
Yeah, inside my ear.
You felt, yeah? You? You have to exhale through your nose, against the nose.
Exhale through nose.
Through the nose, against the nose. Okay, now you felt, okay? Good.
Yeah.
You have to exhale through your nose.